sound and the twitch and the glavin and the refreshing the browser because it never starts right away. There we go. Okay. Dementia Radio now. Recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by TheFump.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice!
Hey, Luke Ski!
We have one Ian Thermopolis Bonds with us today.
Thermopolis? Tiberius is usually what I go with.
Oh, okay.
Ian,
Even
I
though
like
that's
Thermopolis.
not my middle name either.
I like Thermopolis. All right.
I use Thermopolis to take my temperature.
That's helpful. All right. Welcome to episode 829 of the Funny Music Podcast for Thursday, May 7th, 2026. The title of this week's episode is A Bizarre Test. And that's also the title. So, it's a thing we do because it's dumb. Yes, we have Ian with us. Insane Ian, the one and only, former MarsCon guest of honor.
Yes, that's me. I did a thing, and now I have a thing, and things have done a thing.
Yay. And we'll have a pre-recorded interview coming up later in the show with Bad Beth and Beyond, although calling it an interview is a stretch. It was more of an experience. So, all right. So let's do the catch-up thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week, or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
Oh, he's right.
So Luke, what you been up to?
Well, I did my job thing, which is the job.
Thing.
Something happened at the job that I found interesting. A woman who doesn't normally supervise us was supervising us the other day. I mean, she's been around before, so it's not like she was a stranger or anything. But they decided, okay, there's this one area where they kind of have to put everything that's either way too large or way too small to go on the regular machine into this one machine. It's called the R-Bus. So I was assigned to go work the R-Bus machine because I'm really fast at scanning the things. So that's where I was supposed to work. Two other people were sent off to another corner because they got a bunch of big letter trays in, and normally what we do with the letter trays is we put them on a different conveyor belt thing, and they all come down, and the machine scans the barcode on them, and it shoots them down these little individual legs of the thing to be like, oh, this one goes to Indianapolis, this one goes to Memphis, this one goes to wherever. So there was 4 or 5 boxes that needed to be gone through because they were I guess whatever shift before us was supposed to do them, and they didn't. And they needed to get sent out because, it's mail. So what they do in this case sometimes is rather than send the whole crew of people over, they'll just send 2 or 3 people over to kind of individually go through those stacked pallets. Each one has 50 or 60 of these letter trays in them. And then we just kind of have to sort them out by hand and put them all in categories by hand, which is a potentially frustrating task if nobody's there to give you any particular specific instruction on how to do it. It's one of those things where it's well, you figure it out. So 2 other workers were sent off to do that. One of those 2 other workers, who's been around for a handful of years, decided that she didn't feel like doing that, and since she had more seniority than me, she walked over to the area where I was working to complain to the woman who was in charge of supervising us that day to say, hey, I have more seniority than Luke. Luke should be the one to have to go back there and sort that stuff by hand. Now, this moment happened while I was using the restroom. So I come back from the restroom, and first of all, I don't think I was gone that long, but they felt the need to page me. And it's will mail handler Luke please come to the R-Bus? And it's I was already like, finishing up in the bathroom and starting to walk, and then like halfway back, it wasn't even that long of a walk, like the 30 seconds it would take, like halfway back during that 30 seconds, another page came through. Well, Luke, Sinanowski, please report. It was like they were trying to remember what my last name was, as if there's 1,000 Lukes working at this place on a Monday when barely anybody's there. So I get back there, and then the woman who's supervising is trying to explain to me that I've been sent to go work over there now and do the hand sorting thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal to me. But the thing she said, she was basically trying to imply that, like, seemingly, like, I went to the bathroom. I was in the bathroom. I came back. It wasn't like I didn't know that was coming. I'm just there to do, it's like, mail's got to get done. Am I on this machine? Am I on that machine? Whatever. Put me on a machine. I'll do whatever it is I'm supposed to do. Sort it by hand? Sure, I'll do that too. I wasn't trying to avoid doing anything or delay the mail happening. But she seemed to kind of come at me with this whole notion of like, you got to get back there. You got to get that done. You can't delay this mail any longer. It's like I wasn't. I was, I didn't say any of this, but I'm just like, bathroom, me, gone, not long time. Why? I'll go. What's the deal? But then the next sentence she says to like try to, I guess, convey the urgency of needing to go back there and help the other guy sort these things out. It's like, you think Gilligan was wanting to wait for his mail? It's like Gilligan's out there. He wants to get his mail. Wouldn't you want to get your mail? Come on, go back there and get it sorted out. And I'm like, now, I'm a Gen Xer, not a boomer. I've seen barely enough and know barely enough about Gilligan's Island, to understand Weird Al's parody song and to just know it as a pop culture thing. So I'm not like any kind of an expert on the program and series of films that are Gilligan's Island, but one of the things I'm fairly certain about the show is that they didn't get mail! It was the whole point of the show! They were stranded! They had no communication with the outside world to be like, hey! We're just...
Yes, there was no mail on Gilligan's Island.
No mail!
There was a guy who crashed an airplane on the island, but I don't think I'm pretty sure it wasn't a mail plane. They did not get any messages in bottles that I recall. I did watch the show a lot.
By its little balls.
What was it?
It's a line from Three Amigos. You can tell it's a mail plane from the little balls.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I didn't say anything, and I kept walking back there, but I was just sitting, I'm like, is this like a bizarre test? What is she saying to me that would make me...
If you didn't say it, I was going to.
Just, Gilligan didn't get mail. I mean, yes, obviously, he wanted mail. He would have loved mail. But the whole premise is that nobody on the delivery side of the mail would know that Gilligan was there, nor would anyone wanting to send something to Gilligan know where to send it to. And if they did, they would rescue him and the show would be over. God damn it. And on top of this, not one fucking person said, "May the 4th be with you" to me on May the 4th. And I was wearing my new Rebel Alliance orange baseball jersey. There's a Rebel Alliance on the front, and the Rebel patches on it. In the back, it's number 77 with Disneyland on the back. And 2 people said something about like, "Hey, Disneyland." Nobody fucking said a thing about Star Wars all goddamn day, which is another thing on my list of that being a hostile work environment. There's no fucking nerds there. I mean, Ricky's there. He's enthusiastic about shit, but he probably wouldn't have been aware of the whole notion of May the 4th be... Like, actually, yeah, I had to explain that to him the other day. He's like, wait, what's that? What's that all about? I'm like, you're at the parks. They have shirts that say May the 4th be with you, and they sell them, and you see them. So... now that I've said that story, speaking of Star Wars, Kalani, using the power of her mighty credit card, along with me, using the power of me being here in front of a computer at the time, we actually managed to be one of the lucky ones who booked tickets to Star Wars Celebration 2027.
Oh, cool.
So, It is the 50th anniversary of Star Wars next year on March 25th, and the convention is April 1st through 4th. So,
Cool.
yeah, I this is my first time. Well, technically, I think I set foot in a Star Wars celebration a few years ago when somebody gave me their Sunday badge, and I basically showed up there Sunday afternoon just long enough to like buzz the dealer room.
Didn't you perform there in the 90s?
Yes. Let's see. Can I tell a super short version of this story? Yeah, I was booked to perform there and be the. I've got my foot in the door there for Celebration 2, and they were doing like showings of the movies like just up on a big screen in some room, and I managed to talk them into letting me kind of open for the showings of those movies. So I got to perform at Celebration 2. It was at the time it was being run by the same guy who ran the Gen Con conventions.
Oh, okay.
And leading into that, like almost a year out, he asked me, "Hey, would you want to be the judging time entertainment of the costume contest at Star Wars Celebration 3, and would you be willing to write new material to premiere there?" And that was, we were coming up on the, release of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So I was like, fuck yeah, this will launch my career. This will get me finally out there in the greater world of conventions. This is gonna be a thorough game changer and a thorough win for me. And then I started working on the two new pieces of material. One was Vader Boy about Episode 3, which I had to write primarily based on whatever internet spoilers I could find, people talking about stuff. I only had to change like maybe one lyric later on that turned out to be like not a huge inaccuracy, but just like somebody said something was going to happen in the movie and then it didn't happen, so I changed the lyric. And then the other thing was Grease Wars. So I wrote Grease Wars to perform that at world premiere at Star Wars Celebration 3. And then as the thing got closer and I kept talking to them about booking me, finally when it got really close, they were like, "Oh, sorry, Anthony Daniels, who plays C-3PO, he's the MC of the event, and he wants to have the judging time portion of the contest for himself to do whatever he wants with. So I'm sorry, I guess we're not booking you at all." So I spent hundreds of dollars, spent all that time and effort making Grease Wars and Vader Boy, and just for him to go like, "Oh, sorry, Anthony Daniels wants this spot." And from what I heard from people that were there, his halftime act was him basically just going out into the crowd and doing crowd work and making fun of Warwick Davis for being short. So glad this potentially life and career trajectory altering experience that I could have had was completely wasted on Anthony Daniels wanting to do shitty crowd work, instead of an act that the head of the con specifically asked me to create for him and I spent my own money on. So yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
But yeah,
good
that
times.
was yes, good times. I do remember that because it was 2005. Like because I ended up not being at Star Wars Celebration, I was suddenly free to perform at PenguinCon because I think they were the same weekend. So I premiered. Also it was kind of at a point where, well, whatever. The point is that I basically premiered Vader Boy and Grease Wars, or a version of it, at PenguinCon instead of at Star Wars Celebration, and everyone went nuts for it. So I kind of knew I had something good in the works. And then by the time I got to actually do a proper performance of it at Gen Con, that was when me and Carrie got a standing ovation from 1,000 people at the Gen Con costume contest. And when we turned to them to say, are the judges ready? And we were usually, the tradition there is that they always say no, and then I say, "Are we stalling for time?" And the everyone goes, "Yeah," and then I do another song. So this year, after Grease Wars, standing ovation, everyone's going nuts. I turned to them, "Are the judges ready?" And they said, "Yes," for the first time ever. And the whole crowd went, "No! One more song! One more song!" So I got a legit encore.
Nice.
Because of Grease Wars, and because, that was when Unconventional came out and it was Gen Con, I performed Geeks of the Industry because it's the gaming song. So, yeah. Anyway, that story was not short at all.
No. We expect nothing less.
Yeah. And yeah, anything else to report? Not particularly, really, other than, I had the past 2 days off and I got stuff done around the house, and I got stuff done that's I already told you a little bit about it before the show, and I could tell Ian about it after the show, but I'm not going to mention it during the show because reasons. Of course, another thing that happened is about 5,400 miles away from me, my brother Michael and his wife Anu have welcomed their second child into the world.
All right, congratulations!
They have named her Leela.
Leela. All right.
Leela. So I
She's
almost
going to grow up to
immediately
be a Doctor Who companion.
Yes, but I almost immediately made the connection to Futurama, and then I realized, wait a minute, there was a character in Rogue One, the pilot who gets captured by Saw Gerrera that they have to free to figure out the whole Death Star plan situation, and his name was Bodhi Rook. So there's Bodhi Rook hanging out with K2SO, and there's Leela from Futurama hanging out with Bender. So I immediately made a meme that said, if I had a nickel for every time my brother and his wife had a kid that was named after a sci-fi hero pilot on a crew with a hilarious robot sidekick, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? So there we go. Congratulations to Mike and Anu and Bodhi. And
congratulations.
Mila. So I look forward to meeting them someday. My mom and my sister are there, so I'm happy for them too.
Cool.
So what have you been up to, sir?
I actually booked something this week, so that was fun.
Oh, cool.
I got the email on Sunday offering me the role, and they were like, "Hey, we're filming Tuesday night. Are you free?" And I'm like, "Sure, okay." So there's no script. We're just going to improvise the whole thing. It's a really funny scenario, so I was looking forward to it. And then Tuesday afternoon, I got an email that the director was sick, and they have to postpone. So now I'm not sure when we're going to do it. They were talking about doing it Saturday, but I haven't heard back yet, so we'll see. But even if this project just kind of dies on the vine and never materializes, I booked something. It's been so long. I'm just so happy I booked something.
Dude, it's been so long for me too, so I understand that joy. Congratulations.
Yeah. In related news, I had a casting director workshop earlier this evening with the woman who books Blue Bloods and a couple of the other procedurals that film here in the Northeast, and seemed to go pretty well. The only problem was she gave me normally when we do these things, the actors pick the scenes they want to do. This one, she supplied the scenes, and she said, Tom, you're going to do this one. Fine. I read the scene, and it's a crying scene, and the guy by the end of it is just a blubbering mess, and I'm like, fuck. I still can't cry. So I did the scene as best I could. I broke down as best I could, but I couldn't get tears. So
I have the same problem. Crying on command is difficult.
Yeah.
There is a movie out there. There's a short film out there called How to Make Friendships. That's on YouTube that my buddy Bob did. That I play a character whose mother dies in the middle of me showing a commercial for our product. And we come back from it, and I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm not crying in it at all, but I'm faking the fuck out of it. So make it look as emotional as you can. Whether or not your face is wet is up to you.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. I think Consequences is on YouTube now. Let me check. Consequences was a short film I did a couple of years ago with one of the other guys from my acting class. Carpinelli. Well, I thought he said he was going to post it to YouTube. It's not showing up in the searches, so I'll have to see if it's somewhere. Because that one I did cry in. Still didn't get a lot of tears, but I was legitimately crying in that one. That was probably the most intense performance I ever gave. That was a fun one to do. So if it is up on YouTube, I will get the link for next week's show.
Excellent.
So Ian, what have you been up to?
Well, a couple things. Last weekend, I started my second YouTube channel for the finally, after talking about it for literal years. I finally started my comics and gaming channel, youtube.com/@InsaneIanComicsGaming. I have my first video up there, which is talking about the video game movies that are coming out this year. Which, of course, Mortal Kombat 2 comes out this week, which I actually just saw, and we have a subscriber here on Twitch here.
That lucky panda subscribed. Thank you, Lucas.
Yes. And I just literally before the podcast got back from seeing Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters, and man, does it flip and rule! Really, really good, really fun. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage is great. Also, I relaunched InsaneIan.com. I have redesigned it. I have joined up with Fourth Wall, which is a company that does shirts and other stuff for different creators. And in that, I have created a new shirt for my song Cat Daddy that I am currently wearing that has the face of my cat on it. Waffles wearing sunglasses on the Cat Daddy shirt. This is supposed to appear in the music video for Cat Daddy, but I still haven't finished it yet. I was planning on having it finished for today so you could show it during the song, but unfortunately I didn't get a chance to finish it. But you can go to InsaneIan.com and get those shirts right now, as well as shirts with the album, the song single artwork on it as well, which we call Waffles' school photo. But that artwork also is up on the FuMP. But yes, working on the website, working on the new YouTube page, and saw Mortal Kombat 2. Those are the things that I've done. Hooray.
Neat. All right, so you also posted a song.
I did. I posted the song about the shirt that I'm wearing, which
Speaking of Cat Daddy t-shirts, give us a quick intro, and we will give it a listen.
Well, I'm a really big fan of a band called OCT on Company Time, which is another comedy band. They are very 80s synthwave inspired, and so I was like, hey, I like your sound. I'm going to borrow that for my thing. So here's that, my song about a cat. My cat.
Here is Cat Daddy by Insane Ian.
When I was younger, always had a doggy for a pet. I had no cats cause I don't think they were invented yet. Then I grew up and now I'm spending money at the vet. Getting this one always needed shots. He sits around the house and does nothing but sleep all day. He screams at me if he does not get his food right away. I buy him toys but with a string he always plays. But I love him so much I could plots. Oh, and his head is empty, there's nothing in there. And all my black shirts are covered in hair. And every single cardboard box is either a snack or a hoe. Cause I'm a cat daddy, cat daddy, cat dad. It's the greatest job that I've ever had. I'm a cat daddy, cat daddy, cat dad. He's my little precious old boy. Yes, I'm a cat daddy, cat daddy, cat dad. Such a good boy even when he's bad. Cause I'm a cat daddy, cat daddy, cat dad. And he fills my everyday with joy.
Wildcard in the chat has lodged a complaint. He says this song is too short.
I hear your complaint. Unfortunately, it's going to remain this short. This is part of my short song project. Songs that are a minute or under, maybe minute and a half. This one's 1:07, so it rides that line. So maybe minute and a half or under songs. I did release a 3-inch CD called the Short Song Sampler at MarsCon. When I
love that idea.
Music guest. Thank you very much. When I was being the music guest of honor, I had these little 3-inch CDs. And so it had 11 songs on it. Cat Daddy was one of them. I premiered the song at MarsCon as well as another short song. Had a whole section of my set that were short songs, but I also...
You are frozen again. Luke, are you still with us? Is it on my end?
Short. And Devo has frozen now briefly.
Yep, it's on my end. Yep, it's bandwidth dropped to 0. Give it a minute, folks. It'll clear up. Maybe.
I can see you in basically 240p.
Oh, Jesus. Reconnection. Okay, it says it reconnected.
Yeah,
but,
you're clearer
okay.
now.
Folks,
you get this
they are
on your face.
digging trenches and laying fiber as we speak. I cannot wait. The company sent around a little flyer, like it said, fill out this form online if you're interested, and I did. And one of the questions was, how likely are you to change services? And I wrote extremely likely, the opposite of strongly disagree. And my comment was, the moment you light up this fiber, you let me know and you have my money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can. Understandable, considering how max headroomy you are right now. But yeah, so that's fun. But yeah, new song. It's short. It's very similar to OCT's song "Dim Sum Paradise."
It does sound like that a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, Dim Sum Paradise was the biggest inspiration for this song. I kind of changed a little bit of the melody that I sing, at least in the vocals, but the arrangement is very similar to Dim Sum Paradise, because that song is such an earworm, and I'm like, let me make my song as much of an earworm as I can by liberally borrowing from this band I really like, who are doing incredibly right now. They just did their PTO tour, part of which was part of the Comedy Roadshow with Wolves of Glendale and Kyle Gordon. But man, every show of theirs on this tour had sold out. They're doing an extended version of it over in the UK later this year, and parts of Canada as well. It's looking to be pretty incredible. So
nice.
Yay.
I'm not jealous in the least.
No, I'm not jealous in the least either. Oh man, only been doing this for almost 20 years, and you guys even longer. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
40.
It's at your 40th anniversary.
40.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yep,
40th anniversary of doing this. I mean, admittedly, I've only been doing this version of Insane Ian for almost 20 years. I'd had the name Insane Ian and had been working on music stuff many years before this. I had a band in college that was Insane Ian and Crotch. I had Insane Ian in high school that I was working on through different bands and different songs and whatnot. But this version of Insane Ian has only been going since 2008.
Do you still have all that old material?
I have a good majority of it, yeah, because I made old cassettes, and some of the cassettes I had given away all of, but because they were all little homemade cassettes, but I still had some of the stuff. I was really dumb. The very first tape I ever sent to Dr. Demento, I sent him just the one I had. I didn't have a copy of it, and it was like a 90-minute, it may have been a 60-minute, but it was a tape that was full, both sides of songs, and rightfully he didn't say anything to me about it. When I finally met him, he was like, probably you should have had this is the one song that you should listen to, because a full tape is too much for me to pick out a thing from.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes sense. I was at high school. I was 15. What the hell did I know?
Yep.
But so the tape I sent Dr. D, I no longer have, because it was the only copy, and I doubt he has it either.
I was just gonna say, do you think he still has it? Because he might.
I'm sure he tossed it in a bin labeled Weird Al wannabes.
On top of my early albums.
Yes.
I've often said, I don't want to be the next Weird Al. I want to be the first Insane Ian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of us want to be the next Weird Al.
No.
We just kind of have a little portion of his notoriety. But still,
that isn't specifically what I want, but I'd take it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny? One of the other short films I did, it's called "Gross Abuse of a Corpse." It's a speed dating
romantic comedy.
Yeah, it is actually. It's a speed dating thing. I didn't write it or anything. My acting teacher wrote it, but he knows me, and so one of the women asked me, "What's your dream?" And my dream is I want to be the next Weird Al Yankovic. And then this whole back and forth happens because half of the girls don't know who Al is, and I have to explain it to them, and then the other half are like, "Al, why?" And I have to explain that to them. And it's a really funny sequence.
Nice. And so it was written. So you were basically playing someone like you, only not you, and also dead.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. No, I wasn't dead. It was just a. Well, the premise of the thing was it's a speed dating event, and just all the women just keep shooting me down, just brutally shooting me down. So it was taken right from my life, and dropped into. I basically played myself in this film. So, and I do have a copy of it. I've been meaning to put it up on.
But where does the corpse come in?
It's just a saying.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were playing a zombie in it.
No.
who was being grossly abused.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I've been meaning to put it up on my Patreon for my backers to see. So maybe I'll do that soon.
The guys in Wolves of Glendale, Eric, the drummer of Wolves of Glendale, recently directed a Giallo-style short film called The Seeing Eye Dog Who Saw Too Much. And everybody's name is credited as an Italian name. His name is Eric Jackowitz, but it's listed as Enrico Giaco something or other. Everybody's name is changed in it. The guys from Wolves of Glendale are in it. Anna Garcia from Dropout is in it. Melissa Villaseñor, who does stuff with Wolves of Glendale, is in it, and she's also been on SNL and whatnot. She's a stand-up comic. She's great. She's playing with them at the Troubadour tonight, right now as part of the Netflix as a Joke thing, but they did this short film, and I managed to get a chance to see it, and it is phenomenal. It's really, really hilarious. It's going through a bunch of film festivals right now. I'm sure they'll post it later, but if you get a chance to see it, if it's at a film festival, I think it's playing here in Chicago, because a clip of the dog with the, what do you call that, sieve on its head, like the way that Rick Moranis is wearing.
Oh, okay.
A colander?
Wearing a colander,
Yeah.
thank you. Wearing a colander on his head. The dog is wearing one to be able to read the dog's brain because the dog witnessed a murder. A clip of that is in one of Chicago's film festival breakdowns. That quick shot of it there. So maybe it's playing in Chicago soon. But it's very good. So speaking of short films, but anyway, that has nothing to do with my song. So
Song, yes.
Song. Ben, my longtime producer, Ben Stahl, helped me with this song and the other new song that I premiered at MarsCon. Did the backing music for me because I've been working with loops a lot lately, and especially on these short songs, but I was having trouble getting the sound I wanted, so luckily he was able to help me out with this. And of course also the last song I did, Personal Bias, which when I went to see OCT in concert, somebody there recognized me from my videos and came up to me and said, Personal Bias is my favorite song of yours. I think it's one of your best songs you've ever done. I'm like, wow.
Excellent.
That's really nice to hear at a comedy show for some other band.
Yeah.
That made my night. So it was really nice to hear.
That's awesome. So how is the short songs project going?
Short Song Project is going pretty well. I have, like I said, I have 11 songs that are done now that are up on Bandcamp and also on that 3-inch CD. I am going to be releasing more soon. I just haven't had a chance to work on anything since MarsCon because I've been, like I said, just started a new YouTube channel, just started the new website with all the new merch on it. So I'm slowly but surely getting things together. But if you want to get any of that merch, that's insaneian.com. That redirects to the new Fourth Wall site. That is the new insaneian.com, and has all of the cool merch things there, including this Cat Daddy shirt that keeps getting blurred by my Zoom filter. Hooray, Cat Daddy. But yes, we'll be wearing this in the music video once that is finally done. Hopefully that'll be up this weekend, because it's also finally hitting streaming. It hit iTunes and Apple Music today, hit SoundCloud yesterday, so hopefully it'll hit Spotify tomorrow.
You getting any traction on SoundCloud?
I don't know how to tell.
Okay.
I know the streaming service the streaming distributor that I use posts to SoundCloud for me. I never see any numbers on that as far as what SoundCloud does, but it's there.
Okay.
I need to start figuring out who does QBuzz or whatever it's called, the newer streaming service that actually pays artists a lot more. fingers crossed. Oh, YouTube Music is another thing that it should be on soon, too. I don't know if it is or not. I haven't gotten the notification for that one, but that'd be cool if it was. I'm going to do a quick search right now. See if my stuff is up on Insane Ian. Hey, new single Cat Daddy is up on YouTube Music, so it's there, too.
Sweet.
It was funny that Danita Smith didn't
I was just
realize
thinking
she had
about
songs
that. Yeah.
on Spotify.
Yes, because the FuMP albums go up there, so of course her songs would be there. The one song she submitted to the FuMP and the one song she did for Madam Opus.
Yep.
Yes, the FuMP.com, the site that's so curated that even our artists don't know that we're out there.
Yep, and
yes.
I looked it up, and I owe her 63 cents, and then after I posted that, I realized, like, she's gonna think that's a joke. I better clarify that's not a joke, and I took a screenshot of my accounting software and posted that. So, fun times.
Yay!
All right, so do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Obviously, like to plug the new InsaneIan.com for all your Insane Ian merch needs. I've got new t-shirt designs up there, a couple new embroidered hats. I have a new tote bag that has the Insane Ian thank you bag design on it on both sides. The new Ghostbusters logo that I did, that I had Corey Kramer do for me for the re-release of Bustin' Makes Me Feel Good, has a t-shirt, a mug, and a hat there. And also, of course, the new YouTube channel, Insane Ian Comics and Gaming, which is youtube.com/@InsaneIanComicsGaming. This is going to be a channel where I'm doing a bunch of video essays on comic book adaptations, video game adaptations, etc., etc., etc. All to do in the comics and gaming realm.
You just reminded me of something I forgot to mention during the opening segment. Ghostbusters reminded me. I met DMC on Sunday.
I saw pictures of that. That's
from
awesome.
Run
yeah.
DMC. And
Did you tell you covered? The
I did
Ghostbusters?
not. No, I mentioned my Atari to him.
Nice.
But I didn't go into, like, because I could have mentioned a dozen things.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
Yeah, he was really cool, really nice to talk to.
That's awesome. Whoever runs the Run DMC Twitter page has retweeted me a couple times.
Oh, cool.
When I did the Ghostbusters cover, and also when I did the mashup of Walk This Way and One Known as Big Brown Beaver, they retweeted that too. So.
Nice. All right, let's do some news, shall we?
Yes, let's.
This is the FuMP.
I'd rather eat a porterhouse than greens. Yes, I would. I doubt I should, but beef tastes good.
SJD's got a hold on me. I got a whole lot I don't wanna. I wanna put an end to DSG. I got a whole lot I don't wanna. I'll just stay in bed where I'll sleep just like the dead till the clocks ring back ahead. Cause I'm seasonally affected.
I call you a fascist, but you don't know what that is.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. THEFUMP.com.
Go out, touch your own personal bias.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, Wacky Ben is starting a new feature on his show. Starting May 15th, he will be doing a special What If Top 3. This is a fantasy top 3 where he will speculate about what songs would have made his year-end countdown. This is being done to fill in the gap in his show from when he was on WQNA and didn't have a lot of new music to choose from and didn't discover the FuMP until 2011, and then also after he left WQNA. So the first top 3 will be songs of 2004. That show will air on May 15th. You can listen to Wacky Ben's Laugh Attack Fridays at madmusic.com and archive.org, or Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern and Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern at imbroadcast.com. And the only other bit of news I have is the FuMP has a new default song icon. I just posted it this evening. So when an artist posts a song, if they don't upload custom song art for the song, we have a default song art, which was the cover of the FuMP Volume 27, the drawing that Luke did of all, caricatures of all the artists. So we decided to update that, and I made a collage of all these people's heads. Now, it's kind of small when it shows up in the player on the site, but if you go to the About page, I posted it nice and big, so you can see all the details in all their glory. All right, you guys got anything before tour dates?
Nothing currently new.
I wanted to mention that over at my Patreon page, over the past week, I have posted episode. Well, I guess the first thing is kind of everywhere. My podcast, Luke's Keys Animation and Stuff podcast, episode 15, featuring my friend Zach Hurst, who did the music video for "Who Let the Frog Out" for me, which, by the way, is also up on YouTube. So you can check out my fan vid type video for "Who Let the Frog Out," edited by Zach Hurst. Then you can listen to me and Zach Hurst talk all about Muppets for like 2 hours, and then play like 20 minutes of Muppet music on animation and stuff. So you go find that on your podcast players. But over on specifically my Patreon page, I posted episode 5 of Luke Ski's monthly mixtape Madness, which has 2 sets of half-hour blocks of music. One is about art, and the other is about science. So you can go check that out. And then I also posted my comedy music behind the scenes, where I revisit something from back in 2010 that Devo and Ian were both involved with in some way, which was the thing I did called You Pick Luke's FuMP, which led to the creation of the song It's Good to Be the King, among others, speaking of Run DMC parodies. So you can hear all about that if you're on that level. And then for my cartooning and animation behind the scenes, I pull out a fanzine that I wrote when I was in college in 1994, where I, at the time, did like a written history of my Teenage Comedian comic from that point, from 87 to 94. So I read that. First time I've looked at that, set of text in probably a couple decades at least, and made other comments on it, and I also posted a bunch of artwork from that era too. So yeah, that's all the cool new stuff up at my Patreon page, and I have some plans for other things down the road that I guess I'll probably wait a little bit before I delve into that, but you can hear about some of it if you decide to donate at the various levels to hear those things I said. So yeah, so go check all of that out. And the other thing I wanted to mention that isn't specifically comedy music related, but it's certainly comedy related, is that Patton Oswalt has a new comedy special out that is exclusive to a new service called Gorilla Comedy Plus. So they've basically come up with their own version of a Netflixy type service that's all for stand-up comedy.
Yeah, and it's part of 800-Pound Gorilla.
Yeah. So his new special is called Tea and Scotch, and I saw him. I haven't watched it yet, but if you want to subscribe for the first month for free to at least see Patton's new special, you can use the code PATTON, PATTON, to get your first month free. So that's at Gorilla Comedy, or watch.gorillacomedyplus.com. Appears to be the website, or you can just Google Gorilla Comedy Plus. I'm sure you'll find it. So yeah, wanted to let everyone know about that.
All right.
There is one other slight comedy music news I just remembered. Weird Al is going to be hosting a Beatles show on, I think, Sirius XM Radio in the next day or so. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I just remembered it. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Of course, it's not on this page. I saw it on Facebook recently, so...
So you'll never find it again.
I'll never find it again.
Because that's how Facebook works.
Yep. Comedic musical genius known as Weird Al Yankovic joins Peter Asher on SiriusXM's The Beatles channel for a live episode of From Me to You at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific today, Thursday, May 7th. So that is going on
right now.
Right now.
Or it might be over already. We don't know.
Well, it went on at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And with additional replays Sunday, May 10th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific, and Tuesday, May 12th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. The man who brought you Pac-Man to the tune of Taxman will make sense of it all, or possibly not.
All right, cool. All right, tour dates. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody hosting at the Bluebird. Sundays online, 2 Sleeps. The last Sunday of each month on Facebook, Lauren Mayer. Mondays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel at virtualcomedyshow.com. And I want to start announcing the musical guest that they're going to have on the upcoming Monday show. I texted Steve this afternoon to see if he knew who was going to be on Monday's show, and he hasn't responded. So either he didn't get my text or he doesn't know. On Wednesdays in San Francisco, California, Ben Vicini. On the 12th in New York, New York, David W. Jacobson. On the 14th in Baltimore, Maryland, Bussy. On the 14th in Mountain View, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. And on the 15th in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, Carla Ulbrich. Birthdays coming up on the 11th. Dr. Milo T. Pinkerton III of the Consortium of Genius. Cog. Lag.
Lag.
All right. Second song of the week is the new one by Bad Beth and Beyond, followed by an interview. As I said, now you say I use that term loosely. Here is Stalkers with Stickers, Part 5 of the Gear Trilogy.
Well, hey there, this is Marshall calling and wondering why you haven't been answering my phone calls. Worried that you're dodging me. Did you get my emails? Wanted to see if you've been checking in with the dentist.
They warned you of strangers with candy. They'll come to your house in a van. You may have been singing, but now your phone's ringing. It's all part of their master plan. Your soul now lives in their database. They keep tabs on all boys and girls. So before you take sweets, look at all your receipts. Is it worth it for that new set of pearls? They call you on the phone, they know where you live there. Stalkers with stickers. They promise you candy to sweeten the deal, like the sticky sweetest liquors. Between the deals, they'll be on your heels. They come for all the pickers. Sweet-talking salesmen with logos in hand. Stalkers with stickers. They don't have popsicles in the van, but they're handing out drumsticks galore. If you see the fender, hit return to sender, for they have synthetic organs to star. Their hallowed great computers forever possess your number. You're queued up in line, it's just a matter of time before they wake you from your slumber. They call you on the phone, they know where you live there. Stalkers with stickers. They offer you candy to sweeten the deal, like the sticky sweetest liquors. Between the deals, they'll be on your heels. They come for all the pickers. Sweet-talking salesmen with logos in hand. Stalkers with stickers.
Stalkers with stickers, Sweetwater River, strangers who call in the night. I think I might know you, at least thought I saw you before the van pulled out of sight. For a sweet bit of honey, just give us your money if you dare to walk all alone. Just take the bid, don't run away, kid, 'cause I don't think I like your tone.
Why don't you pick up the phone?
they'll soon be on your case. There'll be an increase of a slice of adhesive, and now another van joins the chase. Beware of Temptations by Mike and Tom, for they know your dirty cravings. Watch out where you park, for your car's no marked, and they'll pursue you to your savings. They call you on the phone, they know where you live. They're stalkers with stickers. They'll give you some candy to sweeten the deal, like a sticky sweet as Snickers. Between the deals, they'll be on your heels. They come for all the pickers. Sweet talking salesmen with logos in hand. Stalkers with stickers.
You've been looking into all of the weekly emails that we've been sending out. We're actually sending them out daily now. I want to make sure that you're checking into them. I want to make sure that all our bases are covered with you. Don't let me snare you into anything that you don't want to get too deep into. Are you sure you don't want some sugar? Let me pour some sugar on you.
I am here with Bad Beth. Welcome back, Beth.
What happened to Dr. Z?
Wouldn't you like to know? I told you I was going to show with no weapons here in the lab. You keep saying you're trying to keep me out of the lab.
I told him not to let Bad Beth in here.
But guess what? There's some backing vocals on your song. Now, where do you think those came from? The Petri dish? I don't think so.
They let Bad Beth back into the lab.
I sang backing vocals on the song. You know, I heard this. I know people are saying there aren't enough protest songs. So, you know, you wrote a protest song, and I thought...
Protest Zoa? No, that's not it.
It's a protest song. And I heard it. I was like, this is getting sillier and sillier. So, you know, I decided, no, I cannot keep a paramecium. You're right, I can't. But I have two pets. They're named Euglena Hackman and Amoeba McIntyre, and they you know, I keep them in my little petri dish, so I can, in fact, you know.
All right. Enough of these puns.
That's
on to the real meat of this discussion.
Yes.
We are united because we've both been irritated by the same companies.
They keep trying to abduct. I mean, to sell us things.
Yeah, you buy a couple of cables one year, and then 15 years later, their salesmen are pestering you on the phone and in your email every day.
But there's free candy. There is free candy involved. You get Tootsie Rolls.
Is it worth it though?
I want Tootsie Rolls. Yes, sometimes I was like, give me Tootsie Rolls. Give me Tootsie Rolls.
Not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yes, it is. It's good. Listen. Oh, wait. We're united again. We're not supposed to be fighting.
We're not going to put up with this any longer.
Normally, we're trying to kill each other. All the time, we're trying to kill each other. But just for once...
we have to warn people.
Yes, we are united. Why are we warning people? You know, because
we must slough off these salesmen onto somebody else. Anybody.
Yes. It's not like we're trying to keep the world from dying or nothing.
No. They're driving us... Insane!
Bug nuts.
In the membrane.
Yes, in the membrane. So just for once, we're not trying to kill each other.
No. Just
we're not in the least bit trying to.
Where are you pointing that thing? Stop that!
Okay, wait. Truce.
So this is
this
is a very interesting truce you guys have going on. So how long has this been going on?
Yeah, it's so anyway. Yeah, there's these stalkers. You know here's where they get you.
Yeah.
They have stickers
and vans.
They show up in your house
and candy
in a van. They know where you live. They got your phone number. They got your email.
They know what you like.
They know exactly. They know I want those Tootsie Rolls
and microphones
and bitter honeys and
guitars
and basses and sound systems
and drums for drumbot.
Yes, and drum, and so and
very tempting.
They know your weaknesses.
We will not give in to temptation. However,
no.
The credit card is well maxed out by this point already.
Yes, resistance. Is it futile or feudal?
Feudal by the time you get finished with them.
Yes, the feudal system.
You'll be living under a feudal lord.
Yes.
That would
anyway,
be me.
You know, I think I have a little bit of say so in this. You know, I'm the watery tart distributing swords.
Get that away from me! Stop that! That is no means to create a government. Dr. Z, disarm her.
No. Get back.
Don't
Anyway.
stab my bassist.
But some bassists are really into that kind of thing.
I
And
guess
if
you've
you
got
know
the
what I'm
basis
what
covered.
I'm saying. Got the basis covered. So anyway, these stalkers, they know where you live. They call you. They're always like offering you sugar, and you can't resist. You cannot resist.
That's a
So
terrible
you
idea.
come out like.
Are these just telemarketers, or are these like people you've interacted with, or where do they come from?
Well, you go and give in and buy a guitar tuner 20 years ago, and then all of a sudden...
They give you candy.
Oh,
Yeah,
what is this?
It's candy. It's got like.
Who accepted that?
Lav-
I told you to refuse these shipments at the door.
but he just seems so nice. It's
Look at this. They've got ridiculous stickers, too.
wet sweater.
I know. What kind of a company name is Wet Sweater?
Wet sweater.
Ah,
Ha! Speak for yourself.
this is a family show. Stop that. All right.
No, you can flick my sticker somewhere else. So anyway, yeah, they show up, and then next thing you know, they're following you, because if you put one of those stickers on your car, it's marked.
That's right.
So they have a way of tracing you.
Some sort of
You
ID
go
system.
screaming.
Red light
That's
cameras
another-
and
that's another van.
security cameras. Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
follow
that's
you around.
Another van joins the chase.
Seems to me it's chemistry that's
It's
causing
this.
this.
Yeah, it seems indeed. But they say that I only buy when I'm in the mood.
Yeah.
And they call me up and just want to see, hey, what you're doing.
So are you hoping this song will put a stop to this? Is this like part of a movement or something?
We're just trying to throw them off onto somebody else's trail.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
we got to save our money for
More
things
important, yeah,
like
microscopes to
Yes.
examine tiny microorganisms like the paramecium.
and things that go boom in the night. Yeah.
I bought a bass for my son from Wet Sweater, and but I think he was a minor at the time, so I think somehow he managed to get off. I don't think he managed to get on their mailing list. So we've been lucky.
Get them while they're young. That's what they believe.
That's what they absolutely
This
do.
will never come to any. This is going to end very badly for you and your entire family.
Yes.
I'm sure it will.
Yes, but they keep. Sometimes I get a call, and I keep hoping it's somebody selling me insurance, somebody from Calcutta named Bob. No, it's like, have you checked the savings yet?
Yeah.
Why don't you check on the savings?
They're going to turn your entire family into musicians, and then you won't have any money, and you'll be broke out on the street begging for change.
Living in a white van.
That's right.
Down by the river.
Yeah, that sounds about
This is
right.
our mission. So it's
Kind of sad, really.
I know.
Yeah.
So here we are sitting, talking. We managed to make it all the way to L.A. and back without
LA.
killing each other.
LA doesn't stand for Lower Africa, That elephant was charging at us.
I knew somebody was going to bring up the elephant in the room. It had to be you. It had to be you. Just we were having such a good time, and all of a sudden there's an elephant charging us.
Yeah, well, at least we got to meet the doctor
We did.
eventually.
Yes. I did say, want to come upstairs and play doctor.
No, not the Doctor Who. The Doctor of Dementia.
Doctor Who?
No, Dr. Demento.
No, Doctor...
What?
Not
Did
Dr.
you
What?
Say,
No. Dr.
did you say
Demento.
what
Yes.
or what?
Not Dr. What?
What?
Where?
What?
Why?
Or what?
Why did you say that?
Cool Whip.
Third base.
Cool...
Clearly, this is off the rails by this point.
Yes,
Yes.
we are so far. The rails are like in the next room.
It's a whole other train system whatsoever. Yeah. So we decided, just for once, we're going to stay in the same room and not try to kill each other.
No, we're not going to kill each other at all.
No, not at all. What was that? I thought I saw a maneuver. No, we're not going to kill each other.
I've got henchmen for that.
I
Dr.
don't
Z,
need.
could you dispose of this individual?
I don't need henchmen. I can take Dr. Z. I can take both of you with.
Where are you going to take him?
Yeah.
Is that a sexual proposition?
It's an indecent preposition.
I think Dr. Z is about to recruit her for his harem.
Not a chance. It's more like I'm going to incorporate Dr. Z into my harem. The only reason why male harems do not exist, or that they're not very common, is can you see all the snoring? There is so much snoring going on.
Yep, I could see that.
Drumbot, could you shut this down, please? Drumbot! Drumbot!
I don't need any robots.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
I
Well,
can- I
I'm
can
glad
take
you
it
guys
all.
made it out to California to meet Dr. Demento. That was very cool.
Yeah, it was pretty epic there. The good doctor, and I mean, I was in it for the cake.
Yeah.
The good doctor had to face the evil doctor.
Yes.
For the first time in his life.
And then that bland Beth chick tried to steal my thunder by singing a duet. It was, and I couldn't take one more minute of it.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah, what do you mean it was fun? She tried to steal my thunder.
It's fun for you.
It was fun for me, yes.
Perhaps.
From the outside watching, it was fun.
Well, stay on the outside.
Yeah. Hey, is that anyway? I'm supposed to be the out of control one here.
I'm in control. This is my lab.
Not anymore.
What? Dr. Z! Dr. Z! Shut this off! Shut this off!
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback.
Feedback.
Well, I'm glad that interview went off without a hitch.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was one of the easiest interviews I've ever done. So.
Yes, because they ignored you.
They did. They really did. All right. Feedback.
Alvarant
wrote, question for Beth. What do you think of the report that due to climate change, the rising sea levels, New Orleans will have to be permanently evacuated sooner rather than later? Now, that question just came in today, and I interviewed Beth a week and a half ago. So I will try to point her to that question and see if we can get a reaction from her. And over on YouTube.
A-Log! Oh my god, it's you, not again!
A-Log wrote, apologies for not saying it last week, but happy 40th anniversary, Devo. I promise to do something special on my show to celebrate you and your old sudden death crew before the month of May is over and out. Thank you, A-Log. Appreciate that. All right. That's all the feedback we got. So...
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job.
Yeah!
Teasing. Tomorrow's song is by Steve Goody.
Woo!
And
Tuesday's song is not yet posted.
So we'll have to wait and see. And for the Spotify playlist topic, I am going to do the Devo Spice 40th anniversary spectacular thing that we talked about last week. So,
hooray!
Nice.
So it's all me.
Excellent.
All right. So, Ian, plug yourself one more time.
Of course, you can get my music at insaneian.bandcamp.com, but you can also get new merch, like the Cat Daddy shirt that I'm wearing at insaneian.com. New YouTube channel is youtube.com/@insaneiancomicsgaming, or my old YouTube channel, where I'm still posting things weekly, like my new video tomorrow of A Comedy Musician Reacts, is youtube.com/insaneian, for all your Insane Ian needs.
And Bad Beth can be found at facebook.com/showmeonthedoll69. All right.
Classy.
Let's get out. Yep. Let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski. Look, it's Ian. He is a cat daddy.
I'm a cat daddy.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of FIDEM Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Shout it to random people on the street. And be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say...
Right now, Ian is like dancing, and I can't tell if he's like boxing or having a fit or doing a Trump impression. I'm not sure.
Why not all three?